Yes, this is plumber NJ. So as bring to you again today, this is the unboxing of a tool. Well, I wasn't really going to do anything for this, but why not? So we have a rigid tool here, and the code for it is 57003. I don't know if you can see the code. A little rain falling, so you're hearing a little noise of the rain here. But this is the code. This is the tool here. You're kind of wet in this area here. So there's it here. It's a rigid brand. So they call it a easy change faucet tool. So they say it have multiple tools in one. So what they're really trying to say is that it's not a one use, like if you buy a certain tools and they will only do one task at hand. No, this one does multiple stuff, similar to one of the other tools that I put up recently there. These tools nowadays, they design it in such a way that you could do so many things with it and not just one task at hand. So this is the rigid multi-tool. Understand? So it's an easy change faucet tool. So it's more for faucets and angle valves and those other stuff like taps and those things. If you watch on the box here, you will see where the guy or whatever, it's just a hand, so it could be a lady, whoever it may be, is showing where they underneath the sinks. If some don't know what is a faucet, we call it, some people call it the pipe, some call it the tap. Understand? So the faucet sometimes very difficult to get behind the sinks, like the mixers and other stuff. The bip taps, well, not the bip taps are coming from the wall. So the pillar taps, which are the one vertical connections. So you could take off like the angle valve nuts. You see, you could also work on the sink waste. Understand? The strainer waste, or whatever they want to call it, the waste piece, whatever they want to call it. So you can also work on the waste. So there's the tool. Let's see, let's open it. Alright, so I got a little use for this knife. I haven't used it for anything. So let's see how it go. Oh, what is a razor blade? What is this? Alright. Be very careful with this boy. Alright. Easy like that, but like butter. Alright. So this tool is made out of plastic. This section here, a very durable plastic, very strong. Yeah, feel very tough. Very tough material. And it's also made by rigid, so most likely it's one of the best in the tool line. There's so many others like this on the market now that they could use to do so many different jobs. So we're looking at this tool here. What it have here, it has an adapter, and this adapter on this side here works on so many different faucet designs and change and nuts and other stuff. So one of the things I think it's supposed to work on is like on this nut here. Now I haven't touched this tool, so I don't know how it's working. This have been on the market for years, and it's only now I decide to have one. So let's see. Kind of tight fit. Right, let me see. Yeah, man, fitting, man. Right. So let's take out the spot. So this is a kind of alloyed metal. So it's not plastic. These are not plastic. Kind of here, kind of alloyed, kind of metal. It has some weight. Yeah, for a little piece of molding something, it has some weight. Some weight. So this area here now, say like if underneath the sink, you're getting little problems to go underneath the sink, you could use this part here. I think it's this part. I think, let me see. You know, we do tests and then after come and do the video. So we testing while the video going on. So right, so this could go underneath and you could tighten up. See, you tighten up underneath the sink. I wonder what about this. Let me see if it does also do this size. Oh no. 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 Well, this hand tighten. This is normally hand tighten. But I was just checking to see if the tool also could, assist. But it's not fitting. So we have to continue tightening this with our hand. 99.999% of the time, no one uses a tool on this, maybe just a pliers. So this don't work. What about this area here? So yeah, it's fitting here. Right, so maybe see if when you have it on here and you want to also work on this here and working on this too, the nut. Right, what else? Take it out. Have an angle valve there. So that same part as we said for the nut, that fits the nut here. So when you put it in, if you want to tighten this nut and tighten it, you have all the strength. See how tight I tighten it there? Right. So you're working on this. What about reaching inside? No. So they said that this is supposed to reach and close off. Well, if it is you can't reach the angle valve, you can push this also. And they're supposed to hold on and open and close the angle valve. If it's far within the cupboard. See what's going on there? Alright, let's go again, let's test. What about this nut? I know many of us familiar with this valve. Let's check this nut. Any part here? No. Go here, nothing here? No. So it seems like it don't do anything for these. What about the side here? No. So it's limited. It's a limited item where you can't really do much with it. And I just realized that you can't really do much with it but take off angle valves, the rod, the nut up here, the nut down here. You don't see nothing more that they could do with it. Have all these things here. Well, I don't know, I might use it, put it down in a hole and could take off a valve. Let me see if that's possible. Alright. No. So So this tool, this multi-tool as they say, is not really all that multi at all. Because how much things could you do with it? Other than taking off these nuts, these stubborn nuts, when they're behind. Now you could use something called a base wrench. I don't know if you all know what's a base wrench, but you could use a base wrench to also do the job. Sometimes it's a little clumsy if you don't know how to handle the tool, or if the tool is weared out, you could end up in some problem with the base wrench. But otherwise, this is more or less to get behind, because I do maintenance, and sometimes when you get behind those sinks, it's problem. Now you have to watch this area, this span too. Some things are so close to the sink or the board in the back that although you may reach the nut, it can't turn, because this space here, you see this, all the space here taken up. Sometimes the base wrench just play a better role with that. So you need to take that into consideration. To say if this is a tool that you're going to use often, I don't see it. It's just for stubborn situations that you will bring it out, like nuts like this, stubborn, and hopefully you will get it free. Now we want to know what part this is. This is for like the waste for the kitchen sink. These parts will fit down in the sink, and you'll be able to tighten up the sink. This side, I don't know if it's some sort of nut that I don't know of to also to tighten, or yeah, to fit in this nut, but I don't really know the purpose. Why does it fit in a nut? Because if this is on an angle valve, there's no way you could use this to tighten, unless this part, you cut off this part and you break off, and by the time that break off, you're going to change your whole angle valve. This area is for if you have to use a tool, like you use a screwdriver or something to put in to get more force. So I think you get more force when you put the screwdriver, and you can turn it. So let me see if I can get a tool like that to show you. Alright, so we were looking at this part here. You can fit it in like this, and if you have a waist, now let's see if it's compatible with this waist, because this is a test. We're testing everything here. You recognize that this part is limited for only certain nuts. This side is limited for only certain nuts. So like this nut here, let me see. Yeah, what? You know, it's within this nut, which is a famous nut for phase basin taps, those normal cold water taps, and other mixers for faucets too. So it's working on that. Oh gosh, now we don't want to come out. I see working on this. He also working on this one here. And he's working on this. Let's see if you can work on this. This is not a nut that you will see often. I just took out that just to check. Neither will this. Sometimes you'll get it, sometimes you wouldn't. So you will need a socket wrench in order to take out this, or pipe wrench. Not a pipe wrench, base wrench. This for sure we know. Not helping there. What about this nut here? Well, this and this is the same thing. So we say working on these two. It's not working on this. These are just fittings and other stuff you will come across as a plumber in this region. So this is the basket waste, or it could be like you could have like a tub waste. So you want to take out something from a tub or laundry sink or something. This tool you want to believe that I could use on it. So let's try this one here. I don't know why it's compatible with all the rest. Wow. Yep. So you see here, fit in it. So you could put this tool inside, either from underneath. If you're underneath, you have it here. Of course, it will be inside this. So you could hold it and you could tighten the nut, which is, this is the backup nut. Some come with the nut up on this side, a bigger nut. It's just a different type. So this working. Come back with it. Regular. So working on this waist, it works on this and that. It don't work on this. So this makes it a lot easy. Yeah, also, as I said, this part here, we wanted to demonstrate what it's for. This is for some tool you could use in it to give you more force. So if you're underneath the sink and you have a stubborn fitting to come out, you use this as a backup. Or it has something else that many people don't know about. Let me show you. For a backup, you could use a socket set. Yeah, you see? This way is a socket set. You could use this and put it inside there. So it fits inside there and you tighten properly. So this ratchet for a socket set, you could use it with an extension, because I don't think this, so you must have the extension on the ratchet tool to tighten. So most of the time this is for sockets to take out bolts and nuts, but we could use it in this here. So you put it up on the sink and you turn, and you get the leverage here to tighten or to loosen. Yeah, so this is the easy change faucet tool. Don't know how much use I'm gonna get out of it, because the tools that I have at this moment does the job, but it just has some difficult things. Like it have a certain type of nut that tighten down the faucets, and it's a big black nut with a lot of pieces coming out. So they say that this area will fit in it, so you put it up and you can tighten it. I don't have any at hand, because normally I throw it away and use a different type of nut, because they tend to break. If you put too much force on two, they tend to break. But if you have like this tool that can hold all at the same time, it will be easier to use. Right, so that's it. Let's see if I can mount it back up. So as I said, this is useful while the angle valve is hooked up, everything. You can just fit this onto the line, push it up in the back, and unloosen. Good. Come down on the side and unloosen. Without, well, if it is, you can't take off the line. If you understand what I mean. So let me mount it back up. So that's the tool there. So here's the NG, plumbing technician, over and out, and you will get to see maybe the tool in use in other videos in the future. But for right now, we're just unboxing and we take it from there.